Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's a wonderful, cool, quiet night. Almost no wind. Of course, I'm taking a different course, not the usual boulevard with all the wind from the canyons, but I'm in the neighborhoods and let me just spin around, let you see the quiet neighborhood that I'm in. And anyways, I thought of a story. I think I've briefly told this years ago on YouTube, but I want to add this to my greatest hits. Wondrous stories, the playlist that I'm creating now. So yeah, we lived in Tokyo in when was it? I think it was like 1990. We lived there several times, but this is probably from the time we went from 1998 to about 2002. Uh, and we lived in Tokyo in the Suginami-ku on the Chuo line. That Chuo line is so convenient. The main train line goes right through the center of Tokyo and horizontally, and it goes into Shinjuku and hits all. It stops at Tokyo Station, I believe. But anyways, I commuted from there up to Utsunomiya for a while. Well, this last time with Honda, and I would drive up every Monday morning and drive back every Friday night. And Tokyo, it rarely snows there. Occasionally it snows, but it never piles up. You never get anything, right? And then until this one time, oh my heavens, comes a Monday morning and we are dumped on like 6 or more, maybe 6 inches to a foot of thick snow. And in this, I have to drive up to Utsunomiya on the expressway, the toll road, right? And oh my heavens, that was treacherous. So I have a 15-minute drive or so to the expressway entrance, and then from there it's like an hour and a half, or it depends on the traffic, to get up to Utsunomiya. But I got onto the freeway. I drove up to the freeway, and I think I just entered the entrance to the expressway, and it became clear to me that I think the sign even said you need snow tires, or no, chains. And I happen to have rubber chains in my car. I've never used them. I'd never use them. And this is the first and last time I use them. So I pull over to the side of the road in the deep slushy snow, and I attempting to put these on, right? And it was very frustrating. If any of you have put snow tires on, this can be, not snow tires, rubber chains that wrap around you kind of lay them down, and then you drive your car onto the rubber chains, and then you wrap them around your tire, and it's a messy process when it's dry. Okay, imagine in a foot of snow. So I put the chains on, and I start heading up the expressway, and then a few minutes into it, oh my heavens, few minutes into it, I think it was my front right tire, I heard this On these rubber chains, there are metal hooks that attach it to the other side. And anyways, the chain didn't come off. It was remaining on, but part of the chain was going around and beating the hell out of my fender, and it was making a horrible racket. And oh my heavens, I did not want to pull over on the expressway in the emergency lane, and number one, get splashed by all the trucks that are driving by me, and then possibly get hit. I said, no way. I said, I don't care what that does to my fender or something that affected me in my mind. And I drove up to Utsunomiya an hour or two on the expressway. And I couldn't go very fast, but the faster I go, the louder it sounded. It sounded like uh, Carl Palmer, Carl Palmer of Emerson, Lake and Palmer, pounding his drum set. This big, huge drum set that Carl Palmer has. Oh my heavens, I thought this cannot be good. So then I think the roads either dried up, the traffic got good, and I maybe waited till I got on the exit up at Utsunomiya. I can't remember right after. Even after the exit, there was, maybe another 30 minutes to drive. But I said, okay, I better get out of the car and take a look at this, see what the damage is. Oh my heavens. It had looked like someone had taken a ball peen hammer to my fender and beat the hell out of it. It was shiny silver aluminum. Not aluminum. I mean, it was steel, whatever it is, steel. It had taken all the paint out where I was hitting. It had taken off all the paint off my fender. Oh my heavens. And I don't think I ever had that repaired because not too long after it, we moved back to the States. I think it was when my mother had her, went into a coma after a knee operation. Oh, that's another story. I won't tell that here, but so in Japan, basically, it's not like the States. You cannot easily sell a used car, and if you can sell it, it's dirt cheap. So basically, I gave the car to somebody, and I think they got some good use out of it and enjoyed it. And oh man, so I was glad to do that. If I didn't do that, I would have had to, what they call in Japan, if you can't get rid of a car like that, we had to go back to the States, so I had to get rid of it. If I couldn't have gotten rid of it, got somebody to take it, I would have had to pay something like $200 to have it either demolished or have it like a junkyard take it. You pay to have a junkyard take it. Of course, car was in pretty good shape, so they would probably put 1,000 room on a ship and ship them over to Southeast Asia, all these used Japanese cars, because Japanese do not, used cars are a deal in Japan, but person-to-person sales are almost non-existent. You can buy a used car from a dealership. There's somewhat of trust with that, but this person-to-person auto sales, they do not trust, and it's very hard to do in Japan. So, okay, there's a motorcycle let's see how that was picked up, or see how well my lapel mic blocked out that from my video. And that's about a 10-minute video there, so that's a good story. Another Wondrous story. There's more where this came from. That's probably all for tonight. Thank you very much for listening. And comment whether you like the mic improvement or not. Does it help? Or is the sound quality bad, so it's like a cheap mic? I don't know. It was real cheap. I think it was $9.99 online from Amazon. $9.99. I drove all over town and I could not find one in my town. I thought I might find one at Five Below or TJ Maxx or Costco. I think now they don't. And also the Radio Shack that was in my town is gone. What happened to Radio Shack? So, anyways, I had to go online and found it right away, and I hope you like it. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.